Alright, so the Canucks just finished off their second preseason game of this year's campaign. This time it was against the Calgary Flames at the Abbotsford Center, where they take it in a 3-1 victory. And look, I know it's just preseason, but honestly, I was very happy with what I saw out of a number of players on this team that had a ton of question marks as to how they were going to look heading into this training camp. For one, you had the line of Karlsson, Baines, and Sasson, the Abbotsford line. They were buzzing out there with some nice passes. I really liked Höglander's game before he got hurt. Hopefully he's alright. I also really liked Vitaly Kravtsov in his playmaking. He could have had himself a couple of assists if his teammates could finish. But to highlight this video, there's two players that really stood out to me. One of them is Filip, who had himself just a dominant game offensively. Really confident with the puck, a great play driver, and honestly, if he can keep this up and stay healthy, I think the second center position will be in pretty good hands. But again, it's just preseason. We'll see how he does against some tougher opponents. Another guy I was really happy with was Victor Mancini. A lot of the talk heading into training camp and preseason was about Tom Wielander and DPD, about who's going to get that final spot on the Canucks defense corps. A lot of people wrote off Victor Mancini, but I think he's coming with a statement, and honestly, he's looked the best out of the three so far. He's scoring goals, he's being physical, he's being confident with the puck, he's carrying it and making plays. He's doing everything as a 6'3" defender. Not to say that the other two haven't been playing good. I love DPD as much as the next guy, and I still think he deserves a spot on the opening night roster, as well as Wielander. I mean, I don't think that Wielander will play with the Vancouver Canucks to start the season, but he looked a lot better in this preseason game as opposed to the first couple of ones that he was playing. He even netted himself an assist. If anything, it's a great problem to have because all three players are playing good, and you can tell that they're all going to be very good players in the near future. If it were up to me, I think that Pettersson and Mancini should both get a spot on that opening night roster, but we'll see how the rest of preseason shapes up. Let's talk about the game, starting off with the first period of play. It was the Canucks who were dominating right off the rip. Nils Höglander draws not one, but two penalties for the Vancouver Canucks, and on the second one, a great passing play as Chytil played over to Wielander. He takes a shot, goes off the crossbar, and it's Höglander who's there to bat it in and makes it 1-0. Shortly after that, it's Victor Mancini who goes to work here. Really nice move here, plays it out in front, but Karlsson can't direct it in. He gets the puck a couple of seconds later though, and this time he plays Mancini, who makes no mistake and continues his dominance in this year's preseason. This is what I'm talking about. He's continued to look great. Hopefully he can keep it up. Canucks dominate the rest of the period, then leading into the second, it's Demko who makes a couple really nice saves, and then it's the Abbotsford Canucks stars, Karlsson, Sasson, and Baines, who link up for a nice play. It gets stopped by the Flames netminder. He had a good game as well, I gotta give him credit. And then later, it's Sasson over to Baines once again on a one-timer, but it's stopped by the goalie. Chytil then picks up the puck and goes through the whole Flames team, goes in on a breakaway. He took a high stick earlier, so he was kind of juggling the puck. He can't get the shot he wants off exactly, but still a very good effort and a really high level of skill there showcased by Filip. Canucks get a power play, and on that ensuing power play, it's Filip who finally gets himself on the board. A nice snipe pass Prosvetov makes it 3-0 for the Canucks, but then it's Connor Zary on a Flames power play who gets one back, makes it 3-1. Kravtsov gets on a little bit of a break here. Nice pass from Marcus Pettersson, but it's stopped by the goalie. He crashes into the netminder, and it gets blown off. Last couple seconds of the period. I don't know how the Canucks don't bury this one. Very good scramble from the Flames defensively to keep it out. The score stays 3-1 heading into the third period of play. Ulrichsen hits Bean really hard. He has to leave the game. The Canucks control most of the third period, nothing really different as opposed to the other two, and they escape with a comfortable 3-1 win. Flames didn't have many of their stars, the Canucks didn't either. They didn't have any of their power play unit out there, so it'll be interesting to see who they play on Friday night against the Seattle Kraken at home. I think it's at Rogers Arena, so stay tuned for that. I will be covering that game. Make sure you let me know in the comment section down below who you think the best Vancouver Canuck was in this preseason match. Let me know who's impressed you the most in general, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Buy Midday Squares with a link in my description down below. Thank you for watching, peace out, and take care.